and not just get up there and talk. You got to go through these scriptures. Most High said, let the Most High be true and every man a liar, as it is written. Got to go through this truth as it is written. Look at 1 Corinthians, the 3rd chapter, verse 1. And I, brethren, could not speak unto you as unto spiritual, things that are spiritual, but as unto carnal, things you can relate, because they tell you the Jews require signs, so we got to speak to them in the flesh, things that's tangible, that they can see. Even as unto babes, Bahashama Mashak Yoshai, babes in a Mashiach. Babes that need milk, like a baby. There's no disrespect because, hey, like I told you, I humble myself to learn from young brothers. It's no disrespect. I have fed you with milk, see? The beginning, the basics of this truth. So I fed you with milk and not with meat. Not with meat. You don't have no fangs and no strong teeth. You can, receive all the Revelations chapters from 1 to 22 and Daniel's 1 to 12 and 2nd Ezra's and so forth and so on. All the mysteries that's there. That's why I said I have fed you with milk and not with meat. For hitherto ye were not able to bear it. Neither yet now are ye able. For ye are yet carnal. You still in the flesh. Still coming from out of the world. Still want to bring the world into the truth. A lot of you go through whatever you go through, no, so you finish dealing with the truth. You go right to the world. Because you're carnal. You don't talk about spiritual things. For ye are yet carnal. For whereas there is among you envying, it's carnal. Envying, why you envy someone? And strife, and divisions, are ye not carnal, and walk as men? But while one said, I am of Paul, and another, I am of Apollos, are ye not carnal? I'm of this camp, I'm of this camp, I'm of this leader, I'm of that leader. Are you not carnal? Who then is Paul? Who then is your leader? Or who is Apollos? But ministers by whom ye received, ye believe, but ministers by whom ye believe. And listen to what they have to say. Even as the Most High gave to every man. He said, I have planted. You planted. Paul planted. Apollos watered. But the Most High gave the increase. You hear that? So what we talking about? The Most High give the increase. The Most High give the exaltation. Period. So then he that planted anything, he that watereth anything, but the Most High that giveth the increase. You hear that? It's the Most High that give the exaltations, the Most High that give the increase. He the one get the praise for everything. Now he that planteth and he that watereth are one, meaning they got to be on the same mindset. Can't be having two different doctrines and you talking about the same subject. And every man shall receive his own reward according to his own labor. See, you got to be laboring in this. And you're going to receive your own reward according to your own labor. The work you're going to put into this. Let's continue. Hebrews 5:13. For everyone that uses milk is unskillful in the word of righteousness. Everyone that uses milk is unskillful in the word of righteousness, for he is a babe. Now, that's just righteousness. Everyone that uses milk, that's why I say these pastors and preachers got to come back to learn from we the Hebrew Israelites. It's no shame in this. Supposed to be gaining in this. What's the righteousness he talking about? Since y'all say we not under the law, and we under mercy and grace, and we Gentiles being grafted in, don't know who you've been grafted in among, and you got mercy and grace only to the Israelites. But we the only ones who's given the law. We the ones that broke the laws. We the only ones been judged. Psalms 147, 19 to 20. This is the righteousness right here he's talking about. And you know you're not following because this is what you say. That we're not under the law. But listen what righteousness is. Deuteronomy 6 and 25. And it shall be our righteousness if we do what? If we observe to do all these commandments before the Most High, our power, as He have commanded us. That's the righteousness He's talking about. I called it. I'll go to Psalms 119, 142. Just the righteousness He's talking about. He said, doing the commandments. Psalms 119, 142. Thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness. So the laws of the Most High are forever and ever and ever. Let's prove that. Go to the book of Baruch, the 4th chapter, the 1st verse. In the Apocrypha, Baruch, the 4th chapter, we have the Cambridge University Press. Apocrypha is on page 105. It says, this is the book of the commandments of the Most High, and the law that endureth forever. See? Thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and thy law is the truth. Psalms 119, 142. So it says, thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, meaning the law is going to endure. As it's rereading, how long? Forever. Everlasting means forever and ever to eternity. And then some. Baruch 4 and 1. This is the book of the commandments of the Most High, and the law that endureth forever. All they that keep it shall come to life. You keep the laws of the Most High, you're going to come to life. That's everlasting life. But such as leave it shall die. You're going to die. So that's why Hamashiach told you, point blank, Matthew 5:19. Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments and shall teach men so, like you're not under the commandments, so therefore people going to do whatever they're going to do and breaking the least of the commandments, and you teaching them that, you preachers out there in these different religions and so forth. And this is love. It says, he shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. That's why he say you, what he tell you? Baruch 4 and 1, this is the book of the commandments of the Most High, and the law that endureth forever, including the days that we live in here, in our lives. All they that keep it shall come to life. All they that keep the commandments of the Most High going to have everlasting life. Hear this clearly. Going to have everlasting life. But such as leave it, you leave the law, shall die. Listen to what he's saying. No different than what Hamashiach came and told us. Matthew 5:19. Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments, the least commandment, and shall teach men so, we're not in the law, we're in the mercy and grace. He shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. I mean, you're going to die. You're not going to receive everlasting life. But there's a condition. Whosoever shall do and teach them, do the commandments, do the laws of the Most High, and keep the laws of the Most High. But whosoever shall do and teach them, and teach the laws of the Most High, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven. The same going to be called great in the kingdom of heaven. See? Going back to Hebrews, 5th chapter. Verse 13 again. For everyone that uses milk is unskillful in the word of righteousness, for he is a babe. See? Using milk, you unskillful in the word of righteousness, in the laws of the Most High. But you a babe. It don't matter how old you are, you still could be a babe in learning the Most High's laws, statutes, and commandments, and understanding this Bible. This truth. His word is truth. 1 Peter 2 and 2. As newborn babes, a baby just being born, desire the sincere milk of the word, that you may grow thereby. See? It's newborn babes. You got to be changed. Become a new creature. And really, really love the Most High. Which is keeping his commandments. Doing what he say do. Ephesians 4 and 14. Most High give the increase. He give the exaltation. See, that we henceforth be no more children. See? Be no more children, tossed to and fro and carried about with every wind of doctrine. Some of you been to this religion, that religion, this religion, that religion, and still don't know the truth. That's why I say that we henceforth be no more children. That's like a child. When you're a child, you do childish things. When you become a man, you put away childish things. You be a man. You henceforth be no more children, tossed to and fro and carried about with every wind of doctrine by the sleight of men. By what men telling you in error and cunning craftiness. See, these religions, a lot of these preachers, they really crafty and cunning, slick. Whereby they lie and wait to deceive. They lie and wait to tell you lies. But, it's already written how you think. And all you that's getting attitudes right now, that's up in them churches, listening to them pork chop eating preachers doing what they do, most I know how you are. Why he said, go to Isaiah the 30th chapter. Verse 1 say, woe, destruction to the rebellious children, saith the Most High. So he's going to destroy you because you're rebellious. They take counsel, you take counsel. You listen to somebody, but not of me. Say you listen to me. You going up in the church on the first day of the week? He said the 7th day is his day. He said, I give you moral laws, civil laws, dietary laws, ceremonial laws. I ain't give you all these pagan holidays to follow. But yet still you follow what the slate of men has given you. In error. That's why I say you take counsel, but not of me. And that cover with a cover. You cover with a cover. You all into what it is. That they done came crafty and cunning and deceitful and lied to you. But not of my spirit, say of my spirit. That they may add sin to sin. You're not under the law. So if you ain't following the law, you sinning. That's why I say you add sin to sin. Verse 9. That this rebellious people, talking to us, the children of Israel. Rebellious people, lying children. You lying because your leaders lied to you, and you're going to say the same lie that they're giving you. Children that will not hear the law of the Most High. Because you're taught you're not under the law. You're not under the law of sacrifice. That's what we went through earlier. Mashiach Shai was the ultimate sacrifice. That's the law you're not under. Now you got to let yourself be a living sacrifice. Let your bodies be a living sacrifice. Listen, you know how you are. You're rebellious one I'm talking to. That this is rebellious people, lying children, children that would not hear the law of the Most High. That's why you destroy for lack of knowledge. Which say to the seers, see not, don't be looking at us. You don't see me. And to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things. Don't tell us that we got to follow the laws. We got to be under rules and regulations. Speaking of smooth things, prophesy deceits. Tell us lies. What you've been hearing. So used to hearing the same lie over and over again. You believe it. That's why they come crafty and cunning, as we just read. To deceive you. Get you out of the way, they say. Turn aside out of the path. Cause the Holy One of Israel, the most high power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Jacob being the forefather of the 12 tribes of Israel, to cease from before us. See? Most High gonna get you. That's why I'm here to warn you. So I'm doing is I'm just warning you. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get our people that fall into that category. A whole lot of us, a whole lot of our people fall into this category because they love it so. Hebrews 5:13. For everyone that uses milk is unskillful in the word of righteousness, for he is a babe, and he needs milk because he a baby. Concerning following the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High, knowing what's right and wrong in the eyes of the Most High. It's right there in Genesis to Deuteronomy. They're not dropping that. You can't just go in there and get whatever you want, then come out of there and don't go through it. You got to go through it. That's why you can just type in YouTube, going over the laws. And I'm going over the laws. You can go over those laws. There's no excuse for anyone. Hebrews 5:14. But strong meat belongeth to them that are of full age. Meaning they've been seasoned in this truth. Even those who by reason of use have their senses exercised. They operating, exercising what? Their brain. Exercising their brain. Do the precepts. Precept upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, line upon line, here a little and there a little. They have their senses exercised to discern both good and evil. See? A lot of you don't have that because you caught up in precepts of men. What man has taught you. Go to St. John 10:34. We're looking at the Most High give the increase. The Most High give the exaltation. St. John 10:34. Mashiach answered them, is it not written in your law? I said ye are gods. Say, ain't it written in your law? I said ye are gods. Ye are powers, little G's. You better be saying, I'm God. You ain't the supreme being. And you ain't a Mashiach Yahushai. Two gods right there. But he said, we're gods. You're gods. We powers. We the children of Israel. He said, it's not written in your law? I said ye are gods, right? Go where it's written. Psalms 82:6. I have said, ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High. See? That's power. Now who's saying it? The Most High telling us this. The Most High give the increase. The Most High give the exaltation. He's telling us this. Verse 35. If he called them gods, unto whom the word of the Most High came, only came to the Israelites, and the scripture cannot be broken. We got to. He says, if he called them gods, unto whom the word of the Most High came, because you could think it could be anybody. No, can't be anybody. Psalms 147, 19 and 20. prove all things, right? So let's prove that. Psalms 147:19. He showeth his word unto Jacob. See? His statutes and his judgment unto Israel. Jacob being the forefather of the 12 tribes of Israel. His statutes and his judgments unto Israel. Listen, he have not dealt so with any nation. Once again, he have not dealt so with any nation. One more time for understanding. He have not dealt so with any nation. Nor as a nation have the Most High given his laws, statutes, and commandments and judgments to, but the Israelites, the 12 tribes of Israel. He have not dealt so with any nation. As for his judgments, mean the punishments for breaking the laws, they have not known them. Praise ye the Most High. See? That's the judgment that's coming in the end of the world. Because when you read Lamentations 4:22, he allowed the Bible to go down in hell with us, the children of Israel. But when the Mashiach shall come to judge and make war under the power of the Most High, Lamentations 4:22. See, they have not known it, but they're going to know the judgment of the Most High. He's telling you right here. Lamentations 4:22. The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished. Who's he talking to? The punishment, that's the judgment of breaking the Most High's rules and regulations, his commandments. Says accomplished, O daughter of Zion, O 12 tribes of Israel. Zion represents the 12 tribes of Israel. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. Then this is the last captivity. When he declared it in Deuteronomy 28:68, Most High shall bring thee into Egypt with ships. By the way, where I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again, and there you shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen. No man shall buy you. When he declared that we would go into captivity on ships, this is the last captivity. That's why he said, he will no more carry thee away into captivity. What is he going to do? He will visit thine iniquity. We're going to visit your wickedness. O daughter of Edom, who would be the superpower of earth. When? During the last days of this earth, this world, their world. He going to visit the iniquities of daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins. He will discover your sins, he said. See? And that's why myself going to put the sheep on his right hand when he comes and the goats on the left. All those that want to follow and be a sheep, be the children of Israel, Israelites, you're going to be on the right side. In the mindset of the goats, you're going to be on the left side. You're going to follow the way of the heathen, and you think they're going to lead you in everlasting life, you're going to cast over the everlasting fire, the lake of fire, as it is written. That's why we have to look at this spiritually and not have envy and jealousy and pride and all the things that would have you to miss out on the kingdom. 1 Corinthians 13:11. This is maturity. It says, when I was a child, I spake as a child. I understood as a child. I thought as a child. Because you were a child. You're speaking like a child. You understand as a child. You thought as a child. But that's a condition. When I became a man, I put away childish things. See? You ain't no babe no more. You know where you can put away childish things? You got to learn. You got to be taught. That's why he told you in Jeremiah 3:15. And I will give you pastors, Jeremiah 3:15. I will give you pastors according to mine heart, according to his mind, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding. See? And that's according to this Bible. You should better hand your preacher the Bible and say, talk to me. I got questions answered from the Bible. That's the mind of the Most High. We only find him here. And once you find him here, then you can find him spiritually so we can start working with you. Hebrews 5:14. But strong meat belongeth to them that are of full age, even those who by reason of use have their senses exercised to discern both good and evil. Those are the ones that get the strong meat. Not someone that's a babe in this and really can't really, go into these scriptures and bring forth life. This book is life. It's life for us, we the children of Israel. See, we gotta know how to choose the good and refuse the evil. We know what's good, Most High is good, and his law is good. Because there's a lot of evil in this world right now, and it's like people are accepting it to be normal. You look at, because they're carnal. They're carnal. 1 Corinthians 2, verse 14. But the natural man receiveth not the things of the Spirit of the Most High. See, the man that's in the flesh, that's of the world, he can't receive the things of the Spirit of the Most High. For they are foolishness unto him. Neither can he know them because they are spiritually discerned. So you got to understand this. As you dealing with people and you trying to, like a lot of brothers, they just try and bring the Son of the Most High. You can't do that for a natural man. You would say it but the natural man receiveth not the things of the Spirit of the Most High. So the Spirit of the Most High is in you. You're going to try and bring the Spirit of the Most High to somebody that's totally of the world, totally in the flesh, and let you know, I'm of the flesh, I'm of the world. He don't know this. Ain't going to feel like you're beating them down behind bringing it. That's why you got to become all things to all men. You got to be experiencing a lot of different ways or walks of life to be able to deal with who you dealing with. Know who you dealing with to be able to deal with them on their level. So they can relate to you and you can relate to them. So it says, but the natural man receiveth not the things of the Spirit of the Most High. You can't open this Bible and start counseling him and so forth. For they are foolishness unto him. He's not going to understand it. We already said the children of Israel have ears that they can't hear and eyes that they can't see. That's where you're going to go out to. I'm talking about those that are learning the truth. Supposedly. Now you're going to go out to those that don't know and think they're going to understand it? No. Their eyes and ears are really closed. Verse 15. But he that is spiritual judges all things. Yet he himself is judge of no man. For who have known the mind of the Most High, that he may instruct him? Gonna tell the Most High what to do. But we have the mind of Hamashiach. So the mind of Hamashiach Yahushua, let me give you an example real quick, so you understand what I just said in dealing with a carnal man as of the world. You got to relate to him in the other world. Look, listen, Hamashiach Yahushua did. Look, Matthew 11 and 19. Son of Man, who was Hamashiach Yahushua, who the world calls Jesus Christ, came eating and drinking, just like us, eating and drinking. And they say, behold, a man gluttonous, man like to eat a lot, and a wine bibber, a friend of publicans and sinners. Hear that? A friend of publicans and sinners. How do you think he was a friend? Not just associate, but a friend of publicans and sinners. If he was just beating them down continually and not being able to hear what they have to say, to be able to give them guidance of how to come into righteousness, who the law was made for. He was friends, not associates, friends of publicans and sinners. But wisdom, the proper application of knowledge, is justified of her children. So that's why you have to be able to adjust. Paul said he became all things to all men. You get them to win them over to a Mashiach Yahushua. You see? That's why you got to be thoroughly edified in who you're dealing with. Sometimes you might just have a worldly conversation to win them to a Mashiach Yahushua, to the truth. Well, you can't just open up the Bible and bring it to them. That's what he just said. A carnal man ain't going to understand it. Natural man is a carnal man, a man in the flesh, a man of the world. Receiveth not the things of the Spirit of the Most High. He said, receive it not. So everything you bring to him, I'm not receiving that. Because you're trying to just put me down. I don't know it, so you just bringing me something that I don't know, trying to belittle me. Mashiach was friends of publicans and sinners. He made himself of no reputation. He didn't exalt himself. The Most High highly exalted him. That's right. Say Most High speaking thunder. His voice. Go to Exodus, the 9th chapter. You know, you can look at, I'm just going to bring out plague that the Most High brought upon the Egyptians, and he exalted us over them by those plagues happening to these Egyptians. We in captivity under them, but we in Goshen and the places that we resided at in captivity under the Egyptians, but nothing happened with us. Go to Exodus, the 9th chapter, and we'll start at verse 1. It says, Then the Most High said unto Moses, Go in unto Pharaoh, and tell him, Thus said the Most High power of the Hebrews, Let my people go, that they may serve me. Go tell Pharaoh this. Let my people Israel go, that they may serve the Most High. For if thou refuse to let them go, and will hold them still, behold, the hand of the Most High is upon thy cattle, which is in the field, upon the horses, upon the asses, upon the camels, upon the oxen, and upon the sheep. There shall be a very grievous Moraine. See, I'm going to destroy them. And the Most High shall sever. He's going to separate between the cattle of Israel and the cattle of Egypt. See, I'm going to separate. The cattle of the Israelites, my people, the Most High said, and the Egyptians, these Hamites that have us in captivity. And there shall nothing die of all that is the children of Israel. You hear that? That's exaltation. And the Most High appointed a set time, saying, tomorrow the Most High shall do this thing in the land. He set a certain time, said, tomorrow I'm going to do this thing in the land. Verse 6. And the Most High did that thing on the morrow, and all the cattle of Egypt died. All the cattle of Egypt died. But of the cattle of the children of Israel died not one. They all died. Can you imagine that? Moses had told them. He told them, he said in verse 3, he said, behold, the hand of the Most High is upon thy cattle which is in the field, upon the horses, upon the asses, upon the camels, upon the oxen, and upon the sheep. There shall be a grievous murrain. Death. Verse 6, and the Most High did that thing on the morrow, and all the cattle of Egypt died. But of the cattle of the children of Israel died not one. All the cattle, horses, asses, oxen, camels, and sheep died. Of the Egyptians. But of the Israelites, we the Israelites, nothing died. Nothing. Nothing. They remained alive. That's our exaltation. How you say he's put us above all the other nations? That's what that is. He did it. Right there, showing you. Killed all the Egyptians. Cattle. And left ours alive. And Israel still didn't want to do right. We still didn't want to do right. Broke the Most High's commandments and so forth. But he still loved us. And to this day, he said, Jacob have I loved. He still loved us. But think about it. If you go through all those 10 plagues that Most High brought upon the Egyptians, and knowing that we were without any harm, any loss, and increased, and was exalted. Look at this exaltation. Go to Exodus 19 and 6. Exodus 19 and 6. And ye shall be unto me a kingdom of priests and an holy nation. These are the words which thou shalt speak unto the children of Israel. So we're going to be a kingdom of priests and a holy nation, a true, pure nation, righteous nation, he's saying. 1 Peter 2 and 5. 1 Peter 2 and 5, because I know a lot of people, I've heard they have a problem with we the Israelites calling ourselves priests. We rehearsing the righteous acts. 1 Peter 2 and 5. Ye also, as lively stones, are built up a spiritual house and holy priesthood. You hear that? And holy priesthood, to offer up spiritual sacrifices acceptable to the Most High by Hashama Mashiach Yahushai. By Hamashiach Yahushai. But we're raising up, a holy priesthood. We're rehearsing. Anyone that's in this truth, teachers and so forth, Revelation 5 and 10, he tells us this. And have made us unto our power kings, and Revelation 5 and 10, and have made us unto our power kings and priests, and we shall reign on the earth. Hear that? He have made us unto our power, the Most High, kings and priests. Somebody's going to be kings. Somebody's going to be priests. And we not reigning in the fourth dimension, saying ye shall reign on the earth. So get that straight. For all you that want to be coming against what it is that the scriptures say, we're rehearsing. But some of you just want to find something to find fault in. But it's okay. The Most High know. And the Mashiach Yahushai definitely know, because the Most High going to let him know. 1 Peter 2 and 9. First Peter 2 and 9. But ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood. This is the New Testament. But you are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, and holy nation, a peculiar people, that you should show forth the praises of him who have called you out of darkness, out of ignorance, out of not knowing, into his marvelous light, into his law, statutes, commandments. The light is the law, statutes, commandments. You don't believe it? Proverbs 6:23. Proverbs 6:23. For the commandment is a lamp, and the law is light. See? You can't go into this light unless you're going to follow the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High. And the law is light, and reproofs of instruction are the way of life. Revelation, the 20th chapter. Verse 6. Blessed and holy is he that hath part in the first resurrection. On such the second death have no power, but they shall be priests of the Most High and of Mashiach Yahushai, and shall reign with him 1,000 years. You hear that? Blessed and holy